Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Barbarian, this is Crusader Kings 2, and today we're going to jump into Elder Kings, the mod that we all love and know from the Elder Scrolls universe, of course, you know how it is. And you know, now that I think about it, there hasn't been a new Elder Scrolls mainline game in 9 years. Skyrim is 9 years old. God, I'm actually losing it. I'm getting older and older. I'm already pretty much a pensioner, but don't let that confuse you because we're all in lockdown anyway, so we can't really do anything about it with our lives. So what we're going to do is we're going to play a new iteration of Quantum Leap. I like to call this the CHIM journey. And when we play the CHIM journey, what we do is we essentially play the same dynasty for 30 years. We're gonna random the first character, of course. And after that, I will random 2 characters that both have to be in Tamriel. That's my own requirement. And then I will say, hey, you guys, we just, you know, 30 years passed. Next episode, I'm gonna record that tomorrow, obviously. Write in the comments who you would like to see from the 2 characters that I just randomed. And then I'm gonna play one of those. So essentially what we're talking about here is instead of just jumping out whenever we, you know, die as the character that we were playing, we're going to jump out after playing a dynasty for 30 years. And then you get a choice between 2 characters that I randomed at the end of the video, where you can say, hey, you know what, I want this one or I want that one. So with that being said, what we are going to do here now is we're just going to head in and random a character for starters here. Ah, Tamriel, you beautiful, beautiful square. Isn't this just gorgeous? Now we're going to play in the Interregnum because that is, you know, where the wildest stuff is happening, and we're going to random a character. Nope, not you, get out of here. We are Chief Madesi of Padomake. I don't even... Oh, with this island! How cute! We are Chief Madesi on this tiny, tiny island. Honestly, it's not even that tiny. I'm gonna play with these rules right here. You can see it right here. If you wanna play with the same ones, then there you go. Let's jump right in. I'm very excited for this one, actually. I haven't played Elder Kings in a while. This is the SVN version, meaning this is the developer version that gets frequent updates and is up to date with the current version of Elder Scrolls. Crusader Kings 2. I wish it was up to date with the current version of Elder Scrolls. So, we have become Chief Madesi of Padomake, and I now have the Tower Birthstone, which is quite nice. It gives us a bonus here. Madesi was baptized under the Tower Stars. The Tower proves a stout refuge in times of need. Intrigue and stewardship go up, and the Tower shall prove a stout refuge in time of need indeed. Now, what are we? Who are we? What is our character like? We're a novice diplomat, so pretty bad. We're Saxil, which is just the general name for Argonians over here. These are different cultures, but the race of them, of course, is the fantasy race of Argonians, so the Saxil. We are also a bit gluttonous. We're craven, slothful, and arbitrary. Honestly, we're a pretty horrible character in terms of, you know, how do we like the world, how do we like others, what is going on. I don't think we have a or rather a strict set of morals. I think we just do whatever we want to do. And I'm going to go ahead and marry someone. I'm actually going to marry this 16-year-old, I think. My courtier is going to be immediate. Now, we will lose some prestige, but I think that is fine. And I'm going to immediately get some money. Screw the prestige, I don't really care. Sell an artifact. Wait a minute. Oh, I have an artifact. The Guar are a race of reptilian beasts native primarily to Morrowind and Vardenfell. However, there are some specimens who inhabit the northern areas of Blackmarsh. These Guar are under environmental pressures from the myriad predators in Blackmarsh, and now I actually need to read the tooltip, evolved to be faster and more agile than their northern cousins. From the native stock, the Argonians bred a fast and nimble steed, popular amongst the swamp dwellers for racing as well as war. Blackmarsh flanker, look at that, it gives us really nice bonuses, my god. This is an excellent pet that we have immediately here, although we, of course, as a character are horrible. Now, if you don't know anything about the world of tomorrow, about the world of Tamriel, then I can only tell you, you know, the most important part. We are Argonians. We are lizard people. We don't get sick. We get enslaved all the time by the Dunmer. Everyone likes us except when they don't. And we come from, you know, some trees. Yes, quite literally. The Hist. And the Hist are essentially sentient, space-faring, super intelligent, and Kalpa jumping trees. And when I say Kalpa, what that essentially means is that the world of Tamriel will end at some point, and then a new world will be created by the gods and so on and so forth. And the Hist have jumped from the last Kalpa, so from the last iteration when Tamriel here didn't exist yet, and they have created us, the Saxil, the Argonians, so that they may jump into the next Kalpa as well. Now, is that relevant? Of course not, but I like to give, you know, just the roleplay background for immersion. Now, Chief Madesi, honestly, he doesn't care for any of that. What he cares for is living a good life and living a rich life. So I'm going to go with carousing here, just for the record. Of course, very little gameplay value, but I think it is very interesting for him as a person. And I would like to build a bit of a war chest. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to pass a law, and I'm going to allow slavery. Commonly, the Argonians don't enslave people, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, you know what? I need people working for me because I don't want to work. And we're going to do that by hopefully capturing some people in a bit of a raid here, eh? Also, look at this. What is this? The game was started in 2E450. The game has been going on for 0 years. The current year is 2E450. Features of the current era, Dragonborns and other doom-driven heroes will rarely appear. Poorly managed realms can be the target of a warlord uprising. How interesting. The Dragonfires are out, the world is not suffering from a Daedric invasion, and the Amulet of Kings remains hidden. Man, they really put a lot of work into this since I played it in the last time. Kudos to the developers for sure. That is some very nice stuff going on there. When it comes to what they did to the mob. Do we have any societies? We could join, or we could try to join the Thieves Guild, although I don't think we are qualified. So let's just go ahead and maybe raid. See, House Dres, the Dunmer up here, you can see it in the culture overview. The Dunmer up here are the slavers of the Dunmer, because House Dres is renowned as, you know, organizing slave raids into Argonia. And why don't we turn that around a bit? How many people are defending this? Ooh, this is some really nice art. Too many. I literally cannot siege this down. God damn it. Nope, 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 nope. Wait a minute. There you go. Let's go to the coast of Almalexia. I can't raid the slave raiders, so maybe we can raid something else. I can raid Necrom Necropolis. Now, Necrom is very important to the Dunmer because that is where, you know, there's a lot of cults going on there. A lot of people... Ooh, what are you organizing for? A lot of people burying their dead, and I'm, of course, kind of going against them. I don't know why you are leading the Tribunal army, but honestly, I don't care. You don't appear to be very frightening to me, especially because the Tribunal mostly holds Vardenfell. My god, it has been so long since a new Elder Scrolls game. I really need one. I need a new one. Todd Howard, tell me a game. Do it right now on all the platforms available. If there's a god, why is the world filled with hardships, grief, and heretics? The gods have a plan for everything and everyone. I mean, you know the gods, we are praying to these sentient trees, of course, the Hist, and we are consuming the Hist sap to get some wonderful experiences. I think we're going to try to become zealous here. We did, actually. Oh, I'm a big fan. We are zealous now, so we hate the enemies of the Hist, and those are, of course, the Dunmer, so I think this is the right raid to start out with. Necrom Necropolis has fallen, the garrison is defeated, and the populace has surrendered. The commanding generals ask if we should take any able-bodied men and women back to the chiefdom of Padome as slaves. Did I imprison anyone? No. No characters. Enslave them, take them away in chains. If I do that, we get some local revolt risk down in Padome, but we don't actually get... Honestly, once we enslave 15 provinces, we will be known as a slaver. We have no space for them, sell them at auction. You know what? I will sell them. Give me the gold. Absolutely. That's what I live for. The wonderful gold. Can I build up my home? Oh, look at that. Look at this. This is such good art. Oh my god. I'm in love with this. Wait, what is the... Oh! The shrine... Wait, what? Deep Grave Cemetery? What the hell? Is this a shrine? It has to be a shrine, right? It's an academy? What is an academy? Are excellent places of learning and spiritual enlightenment. My god. This is amazing. Give him more tax income, sure. It's very cheap. We can pay for it, I think. Don't want to dissolve them. How are the Telvanni doing? They have a couple of troops there. But they are rather well guarded. My god, raiding is hard. Raiding is very hard, but we can pick up some more troops actually from down here if we hurry. And this is just ridiculous. The House Dres has declared a slave raid against House Lalu. So what we're looking at is essentially the temple having to come to the help of Lalu despite everyone involved being Dunmer, then enslaving fellow Dunmer. You know, that is quite different from us. We are only enslaving Dunmer and not our own race, the Argonians. We're the good guys in this, I swear. Bavaria has fallen and I shall sell all of them. Can we keep sieging this? Yes, we can. Oop, their army is here, but they're leaving. I like it. Keep going. Don't you look at me. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you will play as Gaelnur Kilte. Look at him. He is under the Lord birth sign. Gaelnur was baptized under the Lord stars. The Lord proves a faithful patron. Look at this cute child. He's like... why does he look so smug? This kid is the smuggest kid that I've seen in ages. Man, the art in this mod is beautiful. They're actually doing such huge, amazing work with the art here. And we just keep raiding Necrom. The Dunmer have no respect of mine. Ooh, don't come to me, please. And you know what? After the very successful raids of Necrom, I have decided that it is time to raid Vivek himself. Vivek City will be raided, and look at this, by the way. I'm using a mod that gives us landmarks. Look at this. This is beautiful. There's even Baldaur. Is that how it's pronounced? I can't remember. I think it might be City of... yeah, Baldaur. There you go. The moon that Vivek himself stopped from crashing into the city after Sheogorath threw it at him because he was mad that Vivek said, and you know, all the other people said that they are gods. And he stopped it because he is very powerful. Now, can we siege this? Yes, no, we definitely cannot. That's a waste. Can siege this though, and I think that is what we want to do here. I'm very scared. There's a lot of troops all around us, but I think we're fine right now. My Rush Carl tells me that one of my commanders has improved significantly. Very nice. Keep it up. Honestly, raiding with troops as few as we have them is very scary. Let's sell the slaves yet again, as you do. And then let's keep sieging. How much prestige and whatnot do we have here? 75. That's practically nothing. My god. We're enslaving the Dunmer left and right. It's the dream. Let's just move on to the Bitter Coast, because that should allow us to get some more slave raid events. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, we get away. We got away. You cannot catch me. Can I attack you? Nope. Alright, let's go home. We had a good raid over there. We made some progress in our slave, you know, becoming a slave, I should say. And the Dunmer fear us. They know that the people from down here, from Padomake, they are spooky. And we have come home and we got some decent gold and prestige, very nice. And I'm going to continue here by communing with the Hist. Visit the local Hist Grove and drink from the holy sap. Absolutely. Let me drink from it. I would like to build an academy. I don't know how exactly that worked, but I really would like to. Oh my god, as I drank the sap, it tasted sharp and bitter, somehow thicker than usual. I felt at first the familiar wonders, but then thoughts became darker, and sweet singing of the Hist grew deep and sinister, and all about me demons danced. The sap, it was too much. I might die here. I didn't die. I didn't even become insane. There are cases in lore where, and I have cramps, I guess I'm getting sick, but there are cases in lore where Hists, you know, are disconnected from their own Hist network here and go insane. Let's hope that our Hist, our local Hist, hasn't gone insane indeed. Now, there's a lot of people here that don't like me, it seems. Among them, my spy master, that is quite frightening. I would like you to not hate me. Why don't we go carousing, huh? Why don't we have a good time? You haven't had any severe cramp? Right, there you go. Of course I will come feast with you. I will bring my best appetite for revelry. Hell yeah. My guests have arrived for the private feast I've arranged. It's time to let carousing and merriment begin. Let's get it started. Indeed. These days of revelry are an excellent escape. So many laughs and so many intense conversations in such a short time. It brings me closer to my companions. I feel like good friends already. Very nice. Reveling and carousing is over for now. Time to get back to real life. Well, it was fun. Alright, we made some new friends. Our spy master no longer hates us. He's now an 86, so we should be safe. And I am thinking maybe we should go to war here. And indeed, I think we are going to go to war against High Chief Gulum of A of Archon. He's already in prison. He's not that strong, and I think we can slave raid. Now, don't look at the icons. Obviously, that is a bit bugged out, but that is to be expected with developer versions. Slave raid. Slavers can raid their neighbors in order to enslave some of their population. Most cultures will only enslave the provinces bordering their realm or provinces in the same sea tile, but seafarers will also enslave provinces further away. As you can see, our sea tile is huge, so the entire coast would be, you know, getting slave raided, so I'm kind of interested in doing this. I don't really want to hold more land necessarily. I just want to raid them. And I think that is exactly what we are going to do here. Let's raise our armies and then let's hire some people. Now, you know, I said previously, I realized this, I said, hey, you know, we shouldn't raid our own, but let's be real. We just had a horrible experience with the Hist. We just, you know, we may be religious, but maybe those Hist gave us the idea that not all Argonians are good Argonians, and certainly not the anti-tribe over here. So, you know what? I'm just gonna help them out a bit by dunking on them. Oh, and also, I just remembered, auto-assign commander, thank you. As you do. What is this? There's one defender. Oh, I actually have mages, battle mages, my god. Alright, they have one defender. I'm immediately gonna siege this down, and then we're gonna go in and defeat his army. He's tribal, right? Yeah, they're tribal, so they're gonna be a couple more troops that are gonna come into his aid. I just hope that we can actually get this done here. I need to fight them while they're separated. That's really the crux of the issue. I'm gonna fight these 490 right here. That should be a good victory. A group of slavers established in Padomake have set their eyes on sea falls. They say the province has quite a lot of ripe settlements ready to be raided and enslaved. They also ask for some funds in order to make sure the raid goes well. 25 gold. I actually don't have that. I do not oppose this raid. Where the hell is Sea Falls? It has already been raided. Are you crazy? Sure. It seems the last raid on Sea Falls did not go as planned. The slavers were unable to bring back a significant number of slaves, and they retreated to their hideout to lick their wounds. Luckily, my name hasn't been tarnished. Good. Yeah, we got him. Very nice. My Black Marsh flanker and I are of one mind and body. Are you seeing this art? Whoever drew this, that is insane. Having trained together for long, the enemy has begun fearing us both. Watch out, it's Chief Madase and the Black Marsh flanker, they tell each other. When I sleep, my Black Marsh flanker sleeps as well. So when a blade cuts my beloved... No, I feel like I bleed too. I might die here, but I'm gonna hunt him down. I'll kill this enemy commander. My grip is cramping around my battle axe as Arzenos breaks us for another attack. The following moments are a blur. Blood suddenly everywhere. Somebody shouting. Did Chief Madesi just sever his head from his body? Yes, that was on purpose. Nobody hurts my beautiful Black Marsh flanker. So the flanker stays alive and we win this war. I can already tell you that much. That will be the absolute defeat of our opponent here. Ooh. Imprisoned by me. Hello, my new wife. Hey, concubine. We got him. Easy. Can I take more concubines? So I already... Nope, nobody else in prison. That's fine. I could borrow some money here, and honestly, it wouldn't hurt us, but right now we're not bankrupt yet. I'm just gonna keep it going the way it is right now. Man, yeah, but sieging down a province doesn't really do much, does it? Let's keep destroying them, shall we? Oh, what are you doing? I don't like that. Not a fan. Alright, I gotta take up a loan here. I think that's fine, though. Yeah, they got no chance. Excuse me? What are you doing here? Alright, we immediately gotta head home. I will not be sieged down. If he sieges me down, that is literally the death sentence for this war. And probably for this entire run. Quite frankly, so we can't let that happen. A pretty wench is throwing herself at you. I can't resist her. I can't. You know how it is. The chief has many interests. Ooh, that was pretty close. Yeah, that was pretty close. Jesus Christ. But I think at this point we have destroyed all of their armies, and you just sacrificed yourself. Why would you do that? I can only hope that I'm gonna make this happen without going bankrupt. Can I take up more loans, please? Oh no. I don't have any prisoners. So this is pretty rough. Yeah, I gotta dissolve my troops soon. Well, not my troops, but the mercenaries for sure. Alright, yeah, I gotta get rid of the mercenaries. That's incredible to me. Sad. Very sad. Oh, but there's a different war going on, and I'm thinking we can win this, even now. Luckily for us, there are other people also slave raiding our enemies, so I think I can come back from this, despite, of course, it being very dumb by me. And you gotta look at that. They're actually going in there. Wow, that's a cocky war. It did win it, though. Yeah, I think we're gonna win this just by virtue of everyone now piling in on our enemy. Just gotta keep sieging, I guess. Vampire found. And by the way, look at this. This is definitely one war, but it might take some time to piece out of it. His speaker safe each bursts into your tent, flanked by several warriors, dragging Lutima with them in chains. My chief, I suspect that Lutima may be a vampire. With your permission, I would like to test him in front of our court, to determine the truth, once and for all. Lutima, huh? Has been a very good fighter for us, or rather, you know, my friend. I am zealous, but he's my friend. You know what? Friendship means one thing, but religion and going against the will of the Hist and becoming a vampire in the name of Molak Baal is of course illegal. Very well, we shall see if Lutima truly is a vampire. So is he? They never actually told me whether he's a vampire. But he's still on the council, so I assume he's not a vampire. I think that's the only assumption I can make here. A son was born to Chief Madesi of Potomac and Chief Desdami, named Tunzus. So we now have 2 children, very nice. Oh, and he's not as smug. Right, she's a girl, she's my daughter. The girls are very smug, the men are very sad. Tunzus, yeah, I'm sorry. Dude, I feel for you. What is our law here? Our law currently is absolute cognatic Gavelkind, which is okay. Gael Nur will inherit. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I think her leadership will bring us to new heights eventually in the future. Not right now, of course. We're at 97%, finally almost done with this slave raid. If we get on this province in time, we will be able to actually siege it down. My concubine is pregnant, the former wife of the Lord of Archon. She does not like me, but you know, it is what it is. We can go carousing later. Oh, 100%, we did it. We actually did it. Enforced demands. Let's go. The Ptolemaic slave raid has ended. Chief Madesi of Ptolemaic has won. And look at that. All of a sudden, we get Agachep slaves. Local revolt risk. Yeah, I don't like that local revolt risk at all. It very much frightens me. Oh, what is this? By upgrading provinces' infrastructure, buildings construct faster, armies move quicker, reinforcements are drawn up more quickly, and it's easy to supply troops in the field. Be aware, however, that well-maintained infrastructure is not cheap. Doesn't free the slaves. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. I wonder what my slavery level is. I can't actually tell. It doesn't say anywhere, so that's okay. If the slaves rebel, by the way, I'm pretty sure that we're dead. Like, I am 90% certain that we would be dead. Being a one province miner does come with a number of negatives, I think. Time to raid Necrom again. They will never be saved. They will always suffer from the tyranny of the Argonians. I want to become the slaver, although of course it is a bit strange to be the slaver as an Argonian, but even so, we can do it. Hello, Dicus, Kelte, and I can tell that you are male because you are sad. Dicus. Another daughter, man, we're having so many children. Oh, and she is strong, and we can actually designate an heir. That is excellent. She would make for an absolutely beautiful heir. Smug. Oh, God, what are you doing? No, don't do that. Oh, man. Where did these come from? I think she just raised them on me. I didn't even see those prior to them popping up. Ilnul says her favorite toy is missing and she won't go to bed without it. I will offer to buy a new one. There's no pleasing this child. My offer to purchase a new toy was rejected. She's upset I would even suggest such a thing. You goddamn kid. Let's change our focus here. I think we want to go with war. So what else has happened? We have Alinor in revolt against High Queen Seralinde. This is a war for the claim on Alinor itself. So Valulinwe is trying to push her claim. Oh no, actually it's Lilata's claim. Everybody seems to have a claim on Alinor. My God, Lilata, there she is. Look at her, random lady, incredibly random. I guess she was married to the earlier king, but that is fine. Other than that, we still have, of course, Kinlord Ankatar, the Just Man. I remember, this was such an old playthrough where we played Kinlord Ankatar. Very, very fun. I can only recommend it if you haven't played the Ankatar dynasty here with the wonderful tower. Look at this beast, my God. I can recommend it. It is a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun there in general. The Frozen Horde still exists as well. Having a good time there. Man, so far, honestly, we are almost a raider. We still have about 21 years to... No, actually, 19 years to go. I'm looking forward to this. I think we can make a lot of things happen. In the next episode, other than slaving and raiding, I think we're going to go ahead and actually conquer. Let's see how that turns out, shall we? And with that, as per usual, I want to thank the members of the channel that are making videos like this possible, namely the Barons, Aaron, Stefan, the Richest, T. Snywolf, M.R. Marmello, Thomas, Lachlan, and Mitchell. Then, of course, also the Counts, Shifty, Ixum, the Naughty, and Wombat. And last but not least, the absolute beautiful Duke, Suspicious Duck, Nathan, Knight of Squires, Kenneth, Lexo, Roboman, My Dad Left Me, Darby, and Eric, and Aiden. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Later, alligator.